And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone. Sorry. TV Movie Entertainment with your host, me, Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my thoughts and review, a spoiler review for Logan. Now, like I said, this is a spoiler heavy review. So if you haven't seen Logan, I suggest you don't watch this until you do. Come back and then we can talk about it together. But if you want to just have my thoughts about it, click below and you can look for my non-spoiler review of Logan. Because right now I'm going to be really talking about this movie. Saw it for the second time today, and literally today, and I gotta say it's even better than the second time because honestly, this movie has really changed the landscape of what comic book movies could actually be looking at. I mean, sure, we got the fun, playful Avenger movies, obviously, we can always gonna have those, but when it comes to like maybe more, Fox and maybe DC, their movies are gonna be in different tones, and it could work. Maybe one day down the road we'll get a rated R Batman movie, but who knows. But right now, Marvel has the ball in their court, if you want to take it that way. They have proven that they can make a rated R movie and actually do good. I mean, sure, there's been rated R comic books before, but like Blade and Ghost Rider and all that stuff, but you know what? They don't work. This movie's camp. This, Deadpool, is great. So I'm going to talk about the opening scene, because honestly the opening scene really gets you set of the tone. Basically, Logan wakes up in his car, or his limousine, because he's a limo driver, and he sees a bunch of people hijacking his rims. And he's like, listen, don't touch this. This is the rental, it's not mine. You can't touch that. This is my job. I'm trying to like have a low profile. These guys they shoot him. And you see Logan, he's in pain. You see how scruffy he looks too. He's old, he's tired, he's not healing right, and dude, they literally just shoot him. Then he really just pisses him off, and then he starts cutting limbs, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. At one point, when he takes out his claws, one of the claws was not even out for all the way, He had it literally just to pull it out, to basically make it come out straight, because like in the trailer, when he pulls it out, I thought he was actually just cleaning it. But he was literally trying to pull that thing out because it was stuck inside of him. So that was a great opening scene. And we get to see the world. The world is 2029, and basically mutants are died off. Mutants are dead. We have no idea what's going on. So he's working like outside of Mexico, near Mexico, because he see him going to the border line and, going to Mexico. And that's where him and Charles are hanging out. Charles Xavier is also old, and he's 90 years old. It looks like he's got some kind of dementia because he's getting some seizures, and that's what his powers are going all a whack. There are moments in the movie where he loses his mind and he's having seizures, and his powers go crazy, and Logan's feeling the effects of that. Their friend Caliban is also feeling the effects of it. And, they try to keep Charles Xavier at calm and collected, because honestly, he's getting old, obviously, but, he's one of the most powerful minds of all mutants, and since he's having seizures, it's basically making his powers a lot more stronger and basically more deadlier. So we get to a point where, you see Logan, he's just trying to basically live his life, the last days of his life. Just a limo driver. He's trying to get money so he can take a boat and just him and Charles can live happily ever after. But unfortunately, something happens where this woman comes out of nowhere and asks him for help. Apparently, this company's after her because she has a kid who's basically a mutant, and they basically want her back. Apparently, what happened was, obviously, it's X-23. Logan eventually finds out this is his clone daughter because of his genes, obviously. And, Logan gets information about what's going on, and he finds out that this corporation was building new soldier kind of weapons out of kids. And, these kids don't have lives. They were bred inside the laboratories. They never seen daylight. They never seen snow. They never seen any of this stuff. But, you know what, the kids, because like I said, there's no more mutants anymore, and you do find out later on that Charles was the reason that they all died. When he first had a seizure, he basically killed the X-Men. Like, they destroyed the mansion, the X-Men are gone, supposedly. And it's only, obviously Wolverine survived because of his healing powers. And, yeah, so there's that. And then, of course, Logan's like, oh, why the heck do I have to do this? Why do I have to save this girl? I don't want this problem anymore. I'm trying to, like, go away. I'm trying to just be normal and live my last days here. And obviously he finds out this girl's like him. She's got 2 claws, 2 in the feet as well. So she's got a total of 6 claws. So, now he has to take her to North Dakota because apparently there's a secret meeting there where a bunch of kids are hanging out and hiding out and they want to cross the border so they can go to Canada. And, Laurel, who's not speaking, and that was another good part about the movie. I liked how she didn't speak the entire movie. In the entire movie, I mean, obviously she does speak in the movie, but that's not until towards the end. Well, when she doesn't speak, it's way better because just her facial expressions tells the whole story about her and what her character is. So I kind of dug that a lot. And obviously, a lot of big twists in here. We're finding out that Charles Xavier was probably the reason why the X-Men are dead. I mean, in the comics, it was Logan who did that, but still, good twist. And also, we find out that they cloned, not only did they made a clone of, Wolverine by making X-23, they actually made an adult version of Wolverine. They made an X-24, and it was Logan. It was also played by Hugh Jackman, too. I mean, the CG in that was really pretty cool, how they did that. Probably motion capture, how they made so they can make him look young. Dude was unstoppable. There was a scene where, obviously, Professor X is, confessing his sins for what he did. And you see the clone literally just stab Charles Xavier in the chest, killing him. Now, at the time, they were staying with his family, trying to enjoy life. Logan's like, oh, this is my daughter, this is my father. They're just trying to, pretending to be a family. So they hang out with these other family. And, they start to get to know them a lot. And then Charles Xavier looks at Logan and notices something that he never had, he never really had a family, because he's been through his whole life being a weapon, not aging, not dying, just because he can heal. Remember, have you seen the other X-Men movies? He's been around for a long time. Nobody knows how old Logan really is, but, at this point, now he's starting to get the effects. Now you're asking me probably, what about his healing? Why is he not healing? Because in the comics he can heal. Yes, of course he can heal. But the problem is that the adamantium in his body is starting to basically poison him. I mean, obviously metals have some kind of maybe radiation or chemicals in them to make things, be bad for people. So all that adamantium that's in his body is eventually starting to decay and decrepit the inside of him, and he is fucked up badly. I mean, this dude's got scars on him that's not healing properly. He's getting shot. He's getting stabbed. Poor Logan, man. There are moments he's like shaking and he can't even move, like how he used to do it. And it's just sad, man. But this is a great movie because honestly, like I said, it's in the same conversation as maybe The Dark Knight, being 2 gritty, different comic book universes. Obviously, they're different, apples and oranges, but still, this movie is awesome. I mean, just seeing Logan in his final days on Earth, and then he finds out why, the main bad guy wants to basically take Laura and basically kill her because he was the reason why all the mutants had basically gone, and he was one of the reasons why, he's the son of the father who basically made Logan who he is, and at the end of that part, he just basically just shoots him. I mean, that part to me, like I said, there was one villain in this movie I really wish they could have done with. They send the Reapers out. Obviously, they're a bunch of task force who can basically take out mutants if they need to. But they didn't really need the big boss in this, but I get it's because they're going to make, close out the chapter of Wolverine for good. Obviously, with Hugh Jackman, but I wish they didn't really need him. Because he was just there, like, at the middle of it, just to send out X-24. And then at the end, and then he just dies like that. It was like, okay, that's a waste, but you know what? Whatever. And then the ending. The ending to me still gets me. You see Wolverine battling X-24, and it's not going good. And he's trying to help out the kids because he finally took Laura to Dakota, and they're gonna team up and go to Canada so they can be safe. Because apparently there's a safe haven over there, and obviously they've been talking to somebody over there. We have no idea. A lot of people think it's maybe Scott or somebody, another mutant, perhaps. Who knows? Nobody knows. I can't tell who it is, but it looks like sounds like a girl. Maybe it's Jean. Who knows? I mean, she is the Phoenix, so I doubt Charlie Xavier will be able to kill her. But who knows? But yeah, at the ending of this movie is Logan died. Logan is dead. He's dead. And yeah, it was pretty sad. I mean, obviously, kind of figure it's gonna happen because, this is Hugh Jackman's last run, and we all have to thank him for the great 17 years. I mean, watching him since I think I was like a kid, from 2000 all the way to now is just ridiculous how time's been by, and he's been Wolverine ever since. No cameos, no other actors playing him, him taking breaks. No, he's been doing it for forever, and it's gonna be hard to replace him, obviously, because we're probably gonna get younger versions of the X-Men eventually. But we have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, like I said, I mean, moving forward, we're gonna get X-23's standalone movies probably. Maybe she'll be X-23 forever. Who knows? But yeah, like I said, go check this movie out. But like I said, be warned, because a lot of touchy moments in the end. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. If you've seen the movie, what's your general thoughts on what's going to happen with Wolverine? Do you think they're going to replace him? Or they're just going to... Well, obviously they're going to replace him, but what do you think is going to happen? Or they're going to just not use him at all in the movies? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought, and thank you. Have a good day.